What is up, everybody? Brett here, back today playing some more Battle Brothers. And this time we are picking up with the Dark Brigade our Anonymous run. And we're picking up just a little bit after where we left off last time. I went ahead off camera. So here was the deal. Last episode, I think we were at Felsberg, maybe? And, no, we were at Weisendorf. And this place was under attack. I told you guys I would attempt the battle here. And by doing so off camera, I learned quite a bit. So what happened was we got a mission, come over here, defend Weisendorf from Southern armies. The Southern army showed up very strong. We couldn't even beat one of them. But then what I realized, and that we saw at the end of that episode, was that one of the larger armies from the north came to help us. So we really just have to wait until the northern army shows up and then piggyback off of them. So that's what I did. I did that off camera. You know what happened? We got crushed. The northern army got folded. They folded completely under the weight of handgunners, assassin grenades, and mortars. They just got wrecked. And then I was stuck fighting. I maybe killed 10 guys, and then I started getting wrecked by the mortars and stuff too. So this was not a good fight. We were not able to do it. No way, no how. But fooling around off camera, what I did discover was that you could draw some of the armies away, and that in almost like an auto-resolve. If you guys play like Total War games, there's like an auto-resolve feature where sometimes you win a battle that there's no way on earth you would ever win if you were actually the one fighting it. Well, that's what happened. I didn't involve myself in the fight. I just watched the northern AI fight the southern AI and slowly beat the crap out of them. And then I realized I can jump in on this at a different point when the north is already winning and then maybe help back cleanup. So why did I tell you all that? One, because it's informational and maybe help you in your campaign so you don't have to cancel contracts. But two, because after I took some fights along the road trying to come down here to get us into a better situation, I fought a huge group of webnecks. I fought some raiders, and got us here. I'll talk about that maybe a little bit more in a second. But now we find ourselves at Wolfenfest with a contract that I've read already, although it doesn't show it because I read it and then exited out. Yeah, so they want us to go and kill some armies of the south. I don't mind doing it. It wants us to intercept all southern raiding parties around Ochenhausen. So we will accept this contract. I don't know where Ochenhausen is. Okay, it wants me to go all the way up here. So we are going to play it by ear. This is kind of experimental. We may have to reload, whatever. Let's not get too bent out of shape with that. Part of this is us learning how the AI behaves and seeing how to predict it in the future for other runs and stuff. So we're going to go over here, protect them. You know, it'll take a while for them to show up. And then in the meantime, we see if we can implement our plan of having a northern army come and help us. Or if we think we can take a 1v1, we will. You know, but it's going to be rough. So we've got a bit of cash on hand. No backgrounds of any dudes we want to recruit. I sold a bunch of the stuff that I picked up from the fights here. The prices to buy are not terrible, but they're also not great. We've still got our shields in our back pocket in case we want to switch back from our two-handed build. There's plenty of these mail hauberks here. There's also a couple reinforced mail hauberks, which if they were a bit cheaper, I might consider picking up. There's a Saleh helmet, which I try to always grab. However, we don't really have any archers, so it's not all that necessary. We'd be more interested in a padded flat top. But I'm going to keep most of my money right now. I think that's more important, although it is very tempting to grab at least one reinforced mail hauberk. Spend the three grand, and maybe suit up someone like Lucian, although his fatigue is wrecked. Perhaps suit up someone like Rashid here. He's got high fatigue. Even someone like Shay Teasy would be a good option. But we got some levels. I went ahead and pumped the stats, but I saved the perks for on-camera business. So Shay Teasy here still doesn't have a weapon specialty. There's lots of ways we can go with this. His melee skill is high enough that I don't feel required to get fast adaptation. Though it's not a terrible idea, I just think fast adaptation is much better when you're not rocking two-handed weapons. Though in the future he probably will be. You know, he might end up being a two-hander based on his fatigue, melee skill. He's got good resolve. I could see Shaytizi becoming a two-hander. I just don't know if I want to pull the trigger yet. Could make him a hammer master, bro. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. He's currently got a hammer, and he might end up using something like a one-handed warhammer or a two-handed hammer. Just depends on what we get. You know what? I'm going to pull the trigger on that. We're going to make him a hammer master. I don't think we have any as of right now. And that's great for him. What does this exactly give me besides the 25% less fatigue? Destroy armor and demolish armor. Inflict 33% more damage against armor. That's pretty huge. Shatter gains an extra 5% chance to hit. And of course the pole hammer situation, which we don't care about too much. Shatter, what does it say? Shatter gets a 5% chance to hit. That's nice, because it has a minus 5% chance to hit already. And then we have split shield. So this weapon doesn't have the ability to destroy armor and demolish armor, because that's on the one-hander. But anyway, still good. Still good stuff. Alright. And then lastly here we've got Wilhelm Throat Slash. Offensive stats pretty awful. I think we intended to make him more of a light build, but we were kind of holding off to see. I think he may end up having to be a Battleforged, bro. That might be the ticket. But the thing is, we picked up Overwhelm on him in the hopes that we could get his initiative high, but his initiative's not high enough to make dodge all that good. And maybe he's just wearing too heavy of stuff, but this honestly isn't really all that heavy. The pole hammer's pretty heavy though. But it's cut in half by being in his like back pocket. I don't know. This one maybe is worth more thinking. Could consider just grabbing something like rotation for usefulness. But I think honestly fast adaptation, I just don't know how well this works with a handgun. Because we're targeting so many enemies that even if we hit one dude, it doesn't really trigger. Probably. But if we whiff an entire group, man, maybe it's awesome. I'm going to grab it. We'll test. We'll kind of like figure and see. We've got Heathcliff here and Vashir ready to go. Okay. I think we're good, guys. Without any more preamble, let's go ahead and head over. Check my inventory. Did I buy? No. We're going to want to get a little bit more stuff. I'm not going to buy everything, but we could probably use a little more stuff. There we go. Okay. And with that, let's head over. We'll stop by Eisenstein first. So yeah, wish us luck, guys. In these very difficult battles, don't mind so much the save and reload situation. These are tough fights where it's not so much like we'll beat it by the skin of our teeth and miss, lose only one brother, and it's like we should just accept that. It's either we're going to win or we're going to lose. Like, there's not going to be that much of an in-between in these fights. Like, we're either going to get smashed and it's not even going to be close, in which case, do we end our run just because we, took a chance and tried something? Or, we just reload and do what we got to do to get through these in-game crises, which we may not be fully prepared for. I think this may be one of the more difficult ones to get involved in, just based on the sheer quality of the enemies we'll be fighting. So keep that in mind. It's a little easier to kill orcs. It's a little easier to kill undead. And you also can find yourself getting some really good gear from that. These are really cheap medical supplies. They must have a herbalist grove. They do. Well, I tell you what. How many did I just buy? This might be the cheapest we ever see it. So getting a bit ahead on that. I don't even mind picking up an extra set of bandages because they're just nice to have. And when you finally use yours, you want to make sure you have another one ready to go. So we're here now. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, y'all. So they're going to come and they're going to attack. They're coming from the south, so we can kind of post up in the southern area. And then we're going to look for the army. We got to keep our head on a swivel. I'm probably going to keep it at single speed. Could even kind of come up in the mountains. They're probably going to walk right here, if I had to guess. but it might take a while. So if we see the army and we know we can't beat it, or at least we have a strong inkling that we can't beat it, okay, I don't see anything yet. Then we're going to like fall back, and we're going to try to wait for a northern army to come and help us. May even sit back and let the northern army do most of the work until they start to either win or lose or whatever, and then we'll make a decision then as to how involved we get. But keep in mind, it will be multiple armies. I wanted to tell y'all too before I forget, we crushed that large webneck force. This we can beat. This is sick. Okay, I don't really want to face them in the topsy-turvy land. I don't want to get like a ton of terrain involved in this. Okay. This one's going to be a little bit tougher. We can kill a ton of indebted. But the officer is going to be a little tougher. Let's kill the slavers. Yeah, it sucks. The Southern Raiding Party looks a collective of all the world's men. It is upon closer inspection that you realize it is because they are slavers. The mishmash of masters and slaves moves on the Dark Brigade, a flailing formation of trained and untrained alike. You can see that there are northern faces amongst the crowd, but sadly they are a broken lot, and will sooner raise arms against the company than fight for freedom. Oh, that's sad. That's like some 300 stuff with the Persians. So 22 of them, that's quite the number. It really just comes down to how many of them are indebted versus how many of them are conscripts. The conscripts being decently armed and armored. We wait. And also consider that I do believe that killing the indebted doesn't trigger routes in the conscripts. So even though we may be tempted to focus them down thinking that it'll rout them, I don't think it does. I could be wrong, and I'm willing to be corrected in the comment section. So if you know better, please tell me. We got a 3 for here. That's a kill into a reset. And I'm going to take this instead of trying to kill more indebted. I'm going to really try to focus on getting rid of these conscripts. And that's a nice reset there as well. Okay. And having Aracel with his heavy armor on the high ground, I think is pretty clutch. And then we just step back here. The thing that's good about killing the indebted is that they will no longer be able to contribute to surrounds. I don't think there's anyone jumping in. Oh, damn. Check out the sword lance there. We'd love to get that. That's a high-value weapon. If I could get that, I'd be pretty stoked. We're going to step in here with the bill hook. Hands decently armored. And this is just a meat grinder right here around Aracel, as long as he doesn't break. Yeah, I also don't like these fire lances. They have a high probability of doing damage to us. We may have to try to rally Aracel. Grunt might need to just pop a rally here. Our bro's lack of confidence is showing. Alright, Alexander, your melee skill exceeds your ranged. But once the big two-handers start coming out, should be fine. That's nice. I was hoping that would give Aracel maybe a little confidence. Hand gets the kill, but why? Does he not have Berserk yet? He doesn't. Okay, he's got Battle Forge, which is nice, but not Berserk. Alright, stoked that Leonhard didn't get hit. Rough. Okay, hit both head and body, worth pointing out. And just like that, if Leonhard could get the kill solo and free up Lucian to do something else, that would have been nice. Alas, we did not have that. Gonna shoot into the blob there. And that was beautiful from Erling. Unfortunately, We're not going to get a reset from that. That sucked. But Wilhelm doesn't have great chances to hit. Okay. Let's decapitate there. We didn't land it. That was nice. I'm going to step in here. Step in on them before they can step in on us. This conscript can hit 3 of our bros at once. Of course, we don't want that. We'll wait here. Let's see if some of them step further in. Let's get that kill. Really hoping to pump Aerosol there. But maybe we just go for more kills. Because even though the kills don't hurt them, maybe they help us. That might be kind of the appeal. I'm not really that tempted to step out. Those picks might look sort of innocuous, but they're kind of not. And we're going to rally here. There we go. We'll step in on that conscript. Okay. We take those in the hopes of causing fear. Chill. Aerocel's kind of in trouble. Oh, yeah. He went for these 3, and he hit all of them, which is kind of insane. That's very lucky. Although our bros aren't exactly shielded, but, I mean, he hit Grump on the high ground, which is a little nuts. That's a good hit. Just remember that we might get out of this fight pretty easy, but we're getting into another fight very soon with a much stronger force made up completely of conscripts. That was not a good reload. We'll shoot and just hope not to hit Lucian. It was greedy, but we did it. And it worked. So now we just step in here. Let our other bros get in the back. Yes. Okay. Let's go Pole Mace. Kind of want to kill him just to free up Shay Teasy to do something else. You get the kill so that we can step in with Bluebell. Step in there. Maybe should have considered stepping back with Aerosol, but I did not. That's a good step in offensively. So yeah, this is going to end up being light work, which is nice. Because it's also going to make it so that when the Northern Army shows up, we can let them do a lot of the heavier work in the upcoming fight if we want. Assuming they show up, but I think they will. Nice. I figured we'd get hit at least once, but not twice, please. Beautiful. Happy to see us landing these pole hammer shots. We'll take that. Did we get the sword lance? We did! I love that weapon. I would basically run all sword lances if I could. We're not going to step in here. We're going to let Lucian step in. Ow. That's not good. That is not good at all. That's a good hit. We staggered him. This is a little frustrating here. I went for the decapitation, didn't get it. Wow, we don't have an attack. Should have switched that attack over there. Little concern for Bluebell, right? Unless we can break this guy. That's nice. Let's go, doggo. See where you go. I don't mind that. I wish I had more dogs to drop. Go for the stun, and we nailed it. Thank you. Now let's try to nail this stun as well. We didn't, but we got the overwhelm stack. Cool. Let's go here so we don't block brothers who may be able to go. 2 stacks of overwhelm. Let's hope he can't hit anything. And Lucian is just a tired boy, man. You are near dead. We're going to have to switch out a couple bros with other bros. Is that one dude still trying to make it off the map? I guess he just made it, huh? And this dude's not even breaking. Completely exhausted, almost completely surrounded. And he's just like, I'm chilling, man. What kind of unbreakable resolve must he have? Completely surrounded, almost dead, not retreating. Still not. Just now. This is the point where this guy's like, you know what? I think I'm in a bad spot. Yeah, and our reward for this is not going to be great. But the Sword Lance is a in-game weapon, man. This is something you could keep all the way to the end. And I think we could probably use the Southern Mail shirt. But boy, did we take a beating, and we need to heal a lot before we even consider jumping into a fight with another army. Bluebell has to come out. That's a perfect 15 there. Arazel is also quite smushed. Let's keep our injured bros sort of together. God, we got a lot of hurt bros, huh? Yeah, we needed some time to heal. Hook you up there. Yeah, something like this. And then as far as the Sword and Lance goes, we want to give that to someone who's got pretty decent melee skill in the back. It's like Alexander's pretty good. Oh, yeah, look at Erling here in the 70s. Yeah, that's too easy. Boom. We got a nice collection of pole maces we can repair to sell. Okay. Are we good? Could change out some of these helmets. We're kind of min-maxing a little bit, but I mean, it is what it is. What you got to do. Like, why send in Heathcliff here with a helmet like that when we could change it up a little? Anything else? These suck, right? They're heavy. Yeah, they're just plain heavy. Okay, I don't want to get too lost in the weeds. We can go ahead and take this fight, but we do need to heal. So, we're going to come up here and we're going to camp. And they're going to try to destroy the Herbalist Grove. But here we go. The Einstein company came in. The officer's still alive. If we could snipe the officer. There's no chance, right? There's no chance we snipe the officer. This is probably going to be a lot of time for nothing. But I guess I was just that little bit too slow getting in here. But if we could kill the officer and snipe him, we might be able to get whatever sick gear he's holding. But look, we can't even see the enemy yet, so they've got to hold out for several turns. Then we have to find a way to get in through the enemies, or through the AI surround. Odds of that not very good. Oh, damn, look at that helmet. They're shooting themselves in the back. Absolute idiots. We may actually be able to get in on this, guys. And we can use all of our range tools to do it. Just don't surround, man. Even his weapon is sick. That's a scimitar. His helmet's good. His armor's better than a lot of stuff we're wearing. I can just handgun the crap out of this blob, even though it'll hit my own dudes. I don't get their armor if I kill them, sadly. I think you used to, once upon a time, a long time ago. People would farm their allies for stuff. But be warned, this could be a massive waste of time. We're just going to try to get our range tools close. Look at him, though. What a stone cold badass. This will be worth it to get one piece. The weapon, the armor, or the helmet. Anything like that, and we're good. I believe. Cross your fingers. I think he'll hold on for several more turns. I don't think we need to be all that scared about, like, we're not going to make it in time. He's holding on. We just need to be in the right place at the right time. And make sure that we don't kind of preemptively pull the trigger. Like, we could end up doing a ton of the damage for the AI, and then the AI takes the final hit. And then we're like, damn it. This is a great spot. The billhook took it. This is a great spot, too, if we can get in there. They're wrecking my helmet, man. Don't care about this dude at all. Not even a little bit. They're not going to break that shield anytime soon. Let's say, if he just kills the dog, but he's already exhausted from being attacked. You build up exhaustion from attacking and from being attacked. So he'll only be able to perform one action per turn, probably. Alright, just like that, we've got a direct line now. Reload. It's kind of tricky. There we go. Now, there is a little bit to be said for not doing what I'm doing, because I might need these guys to help us fight another army. Make sure I'm not hitting my own men. Nice. So I got the conscript kill. Not that I wanted it. I kind of want to kill the dog here. Sorry, doggo. Holy crap, no! Okay, okay, okay. No! Damn it! Ah! We tried. We got some loot for it anyway, but I didn't expect that big of a HP hit. With a terrifying cry betraying his former sense of control in this world, the last raider is put to the blade and ended. His fellow brothers in arms are dragged about by the locals, the corpses either chopped to pieces or set afire. You watch for a time, but ultimately move on, knowing that Count Falk von Folsack is going to be waiting. So, we did it. And I'm glad, because three grand for that is pretty worth, even though we sat around for a while. We come out a grand ahead, based on all the supplies and stuff we bought. The traveling is going to give us some time to fix our gear. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that webneck fight. In the past, we've had problems with huge numbers of webnecks. I think this was 25 of them were here. And by the time I started fighting them, there were like 30 of them. And I killed them without almost taking any damage at all. So our company is in great hands currently. I want you to know, we can very easily handle up on some webnecks now. We do not have to be afraid. I don't need a scimitar. I'm going to sell that. I don't need tons of these. Let's reorganize a little bit. Okay. And with that, we're up to about 8 grand. Not a bad haul. No contracts for us additionally here. Where are we? Not quite 2 grand. Would really like to get to the next tier of fame. That way we can hire the paymaster, I think, is who we need for this. Yeah, we have the cartographer with this group, but we want the paymaster. Now, though, we might want to go back to Eisenstein. I think they had a contract for us there. I'm down to keep fighting the Southerners. I just fear we're not going to get much loot for it, and it won't ultimately be that lucrative. You guys have been wrecked by disappearing villagers. Okay. We're not looking for traveling work. Though I probably should have just kept it on deck in case I wanted to leave. But it was 4 days away wherever it was. This is to go kill some briggers. Briggers, that's not a word. Brigands. Don't walk around saying briggers. That doesn't sound good. I'll accept this contract. They basically just want me to chill here again. So some more defensive work. Let's heal up here. And we'll keep it like that. I'm checking out real quick to see bundle of throwing axes if there's anyone in the front that needs them that doesn't have them. I think we're good. Where are the brigands? That's a nice little group. The brigands are in sight. Prepare for battle and protect the town. The longer I'm able to chill, the better. As a matter of fact, I should definitely be just camped until they get here. Maximizing my amount of repairs and heals. I don't want to fight them at night, though they do have marksmen. I just don't want to fight them in terrain. I mean, they got lucky there, but I still think the ranged battle favors us. As they make me eat my words. I have to imagine they're going to step forward. I don't know if I got this war brand if I would use it. I don't know if I have anyone who's a good war brand bro. Potentially Vashir. That would have been a sick kill right off the bat. He's just a thug though. We have to wait here. Send in Lucian, let him scare him. Clearly, I don't want to concede the high ground. But Heathcliff and Vashir are not the ones to take it. They're level 3 bros, I think. So what I would do is that with Shay Teasy, get out the hammer. And then be like, what's up? Try to land the stun, which we did. Beautiful. Yeah, and then getting the kill. I didn't expect to get the kill. Which is why we maybe wasted a little bit of DPS there. Oh, yeah. They thought they had the high ground. Nice to be in melee with a guy who's already running. That's great for us. Lock down the Brigand Raider with the Warbrand. And their archer's just tearing me up a little bit with this hunting bow. I was about to say, as long as we don't get stunned by the Gudendag, I'm going to feel happy. And I think most of you guys are probably happy that I said that name a little bit better than I normally do. I'm not known for crushing that word. Whew, I was dreading getting hit by that crossbow, and I'm glad we didn't. Okay, Willowbolt. It's hammer time. I was gonna say, hitting the crossbowman would be great. Didn't expect to fear this dude. Beautiful. And we even got the stun. Keep in mind, though, that the rapier has very low durability. You can very easily break it by attacking dude's shields and stuff. Damn, he got away. And we got the Warbrand, ladies and gentlemen. That's sweet. Just not 100% who we would give it to. It's a goblin killing weapon for sure. Anything with light armor low HP. It's pretty sick. Not going to waste any more ammo there. That sucks. Beautiful. One less archer to worry about. Let's take the high ground. I can hear my kids outside right now. Sounds like arguing. That's what my dad radar is telling me. Dad radar is seldom wrong. At least mine is. If I think I hear arguing, I usually hear arguing. Had a good morning so far though, man. I've got kind of a crazy day that I've already finished about half of. I'm going to step in here for the better surround. The biggest thing that I've got going on today that I'm dreading is I have to record myself giving a TED talk on the subject of CTE, which it's an 8-minute talk about a subject that I know a little bit about. You know, I'm going to have to research a little bit more to feel comfortable really talking about it well. But it also goes along with having to basically write a paper on it. And then also detailing like the steps of my speech in like a really unrealistic, lame way. If you guys have been in school, you know what I'm talking about. Like making me go into very big like detail, very fine detail about my creative writing process. It's so lame. And it's due by like midnight, so I'm gonna have to get myself into like maximum school mode in a little bit. And I was trying to get this done for you guys. We can have some Battle Brothers adventures before I get sucked into that. Because that is a thing that never ends. Which is not true. I'm about to get my bachelor's degree. I'm very close. All my classes for this semester are over in like a week, basically. And that's it. I'm done. I got my bachelor's. And then I start the process of trying to get my master's. I'm already enrolled, but that's not till the fall. So I'll have the whole summer to kind of do what I want. And I am. I'm taking a couple vacations, which is pretty sweet. So that was it. That was all we had to do. And that's a nice little payday for us again. And what do you guys want us to do? The region is not safe. Okay, they just want me to patrol. Well, that's easy. That's pretty much the exact kind of work we'd like to do. Of course, they still have no gear for us, and the prices to sell here are terrible. We don't want to do that. I noticed we had a dagger. Let's go ahead and pass that on. And then we had a level here on Bashir. Awesome. So, Brawny, of course. Really crappy melee skill roll. We're going to take the 4 in fatigue. We're going to take the 4 in hit points. And I'm going to take a 5 in initiative, which might seem strange. But that's going to translate into dodge bonuses. And then we'll get better rolls in melee skill. No problem. And then Willowbolt here. Man, I'll take the 3 in melee defense. I take the 4 in maximum fatigue. And then for him, he's got rage. So him having high hit points is great. We have not built him as a dodge nimble bro, which maybe we should have based on his initiative. A little bit of a missed opportunity, perhaps. I'm looking here into maybe making him an axe mastery bro and then giving him the axe. I'm going to take that. And then I got to repump this. So let's go 4. Initiative not a factor, so I'm going to take the 3. Hit points is still cool, but let's go for melee skill. We've got to get his melee skill up. And then since he is now an axe master, let's go ahead and switch these weapons around. Lord, I hear my kids arguing. I might have to get up in a second. And is that everyone? It is. So where are we headed to first? Aschenhausen. Let's go. From Aschenhausen to, I think they said Krakenland. We should be able to find something to get 30 heads on. Even if we have to go out into the wilderness and find it. A bearded cleric stands before a crowd of peasants. It is said that the old gods fought their wars to completion many years ago. That they tore this world asunder and left us in the devastation. And they have been impressed by our ability to persevere against such great struggle. The crowd murmurs. The man continues. But we are challenged yet, ye faithful. To the south wander heretics, followers of the Gilder, a false god of opulence, profligacy, I don't know that word, and a lowly prestidigitation. They pass for righteousness. That means magic. The crowd doesn't know what any of those words mean. Me either. But they raise their pitchforks to the air and roar, beckoning the clerics to tell them where to go. Smiling, the elders turn to one another and nod. You have little care for who or what is starting this crusade between north and south. Only that the Dark Brigade will stand to earn a fair bit of coin in the gross matter. War is upon us. Interesting that we got this now after the war has already become thrust upon us. I want to get up here and see if we can see some stuff. And we do. That's 14 heads just walking to me. Beautiful. Doesn't really get any better than that. We may have wanted to switch some bros out. But we're good, I guess. I see a long sword here, another war brand, some kite shields. There's money here. There's money to be had. The crossbows won't necessarily be in range. Shield man covered the throwing man. Nice. Man's got the harpoon. You hate to see it. Wasn't expecting a hit there, but it would have been cool. I'm not throwing 5%ers. It's a waste of cash. See if this long swordsman steps up. This is a tougher fight because they're basically all raiders. With tier 2 crossbows, pretty deadly. And our front line is not shielded, which I don't really like. That's the one thing. We might do more DPS coming in, but because we switched to two-handers, there used to be in the game that you could switch with quick hands with shields. And you can't do that anymore. So we're vulnerable to the AI's ranged offense. And nice, hit me on the shield. And these shields have super high durability, so that's basically nothing. I'm honestly a little more scared of their ranged than they are of mine, I'm sure. Yep, and just like that, Alexander is out of the fight. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That was the plan. I thought we'd have a chance to step in before them, but hey, whatever. We finally forced them in. Get the stun. Just go ahead and run, Alexander, man. Don't just hang out. Wow, we got bonked. Okay. Well, it's time to switch it up. Even though we spent some of our fatigue and action points reloading, our reloads are no good here. Nice. That was huge. Wilhelm kind of fading those attacks was great. They could still snipe Alexander. That was pretty clutch too. We'll step in on this raider. And then we'll potentially get better surround there. Switch it out. Sword Lance. Do we have a Sword Lance hit? We don't. That sucks. We have a twofer. We'll take it. And we hit both of them. Awesome. Beautiful. That's what I was hoping for. And a stun there. Even better. Willowbold's got his new axe. Stun there would be sick. Before he gets a chance to attack Lucian and maybe stun him again. Super clutch. Super duper clutch. Let's get Heathcliff in. We need him to help. JTZ, bring that hammer. Hell yeah. Yeah, and we're going to kind of abandon this area. Guy's already running. And this all worked out swimmingly. Just need to not take too much damage this round. Clutch. That guy will not get a chance to attack now. Rashid, not looking too hot. I say, we get that kill, maybe we break more dudes, and maybe we can get through to the marksmen and stuff before they get a chance to all shoot. Lock them down. And here we go. This is a threefer. God, I love that weapon. If you build bros in mind for that weapon, you'll get a ton of value in the late game. This dude's going to be kind of a tough nut to crack, maybe. And just like that, they're all broken except for the dude at the bottom. And now he's broken. Beautiful. And those are the heads that we needed. Yay! And our boy returns. Alexander returns. Tighten the noose a little bit. When they try to step out, they've got more bros hitting them. Wow, he still managed to step out. We will run them down. We need the heads. Go there. Let's say one more. Down they go. Nice and easy. Look at all the money. Look at all the cash we just picked up. That's how I look at it. Even this worn mail shirt might be a replacement for someone. Long sword, crossbows, hunting bows, some kite shield stuff. Stuffing things. Very nice. And the heads. We'll repair the arming swords. They're valuable. The morning stars as well. Crossbows, longsword. Should repair most of this stuff. Give Heathcliff a Kite Shield. That'll help him a little bit with his fatigue, which is not great. As will Brawny. Brawny will pick him up a little bit. Full roll and fatigue, quite good as well. And you know what? This will be the last time we pump his range skill, so let's just take it and be done with it. His hit points are quite low. So we'll take the 4 there. But he's going to want melee skill. That's what he's going to need. And then Rashid here. Nice. I'll take a 3. I'll be thankful for that. And Rashid does have really high initiative as an assassin. His defensive stats are sick. Can't help but feel like I've built him somewhat incorrect. Can't help but feel it. I don't know exactly what to put on him, so I'm just going to hold off for now. Maybe leave a suggestion in the comments down below if you would like. He needs to come out as well. And boom, we'll just pop Aerocell back in. And in terms of loot, you're not a sword master yet, though you will be. Armor, armor, armor. Yeah, we've got bros still wearing this stuff. That is better. And you know what? I might end up ending this episode a little bit early just to get all the things done that I have to get done. I mentioned that I've already had a busy day. Jiu-jitsu training, I cut my grass. Spent some time with my kids, made them an awesome lunch. And now I'm recording. It's kind of a weird form of procrastination where you end up doing a ton of other stuff that you have to do just so you don't have to do the one thing you don't want to do. The Gilder's gleam must be brighter than ever now. The ancient city has fallen under control of the Southerners. Perhaps the gilded folk will ask the Dark Brigade to help defend it, or maybe the old gods will need a bit of proper gumption in taking it back. Either way, the Dark Brigade is still on the catbird seat for fattening its purse. Yeah, so the 3 locations that are down here, the Oracle, the whatever, abandoned fortresses, I don't know. There's 3 locations that they fight over during this particular war. And one of them just changed hands. That's the whole point of that. Let's actually pop in on Krakenland and see what they got for me here. Oh, it's paused. Duh. And see if the prices are any good. Wow, the prices are amazing. Sell. Sell everything. These are some of the sickest prices I've seen in a while. I'm going to hold off on that real quick. I don't need the bows. Don't need any of these shields. Honestly, don't really need to keep the Sipper shields anymore. I'd rather rock kite shields. We can always get more of those if we want. I am going to, for the moment, go more all in on our two-handed weapon situation. I've been kind of waffling on whether or not that's actually what I want to do. But I'm committed now. I like the weaponry that we have. 9 days of food, that's great. Let's grab 60 more of those. I'm good on ammo. Cool. And I could honestly probably sell more stuff. But is there anyone that I would like to use the longsword? Maybe. Like instead of one of these hammers or something. I think they're pretty much on par. You're a hammer bro, so not you. You're an axe bro, so not you. Heathcliff for now is a shield bro. So like Rashid here is currently undecided. As is Bluebell. Bluebell might be an excellent sword bro, or he might go back to being a shield and like spear bro. If I had him like a fighting spear or something like that, that might be more his ability. They got spooky cultists out here. But you know what? Let's head back to Eisenstein. Hope to find some enemies along the way. If it's a small fight, I'll go ahead and take it real quick. If not, I'm not going to go too far out of my way to look for something. I think time is money right now during the in-game crises. Let's just take the payday we've got coming to us. It'd be great if we found another, you know, raiding party, spiders, wolves, I don't know, anything. But let's not go too far out of our way to find it. Yeah, just turn it in. Take our 1,100 crowns. I'm sure we didn't make a ton there. Pop back into Wolfenfest, see if they've got anything for us. The prices are no better to buy, but they have rotated their stock, I think, a little bit. I don't know if this lamellar harness was there before. A full helm. That's the type of investment I can get behind. A full helm like this will almost certainly be with us to the end of the game. That's tempting. All this other stuff is kind of cool, but a full helm gets bought all day, every day. Let's check the weaponsmith for potential good investments. Though they do be a little expensive here. Tempted to pick up a fighting spear to do just what I talked about. I'm going to sell this longsword and this pole mace. And an additional crossbow. I wasn't sure about that a little while ago, but I'm sure about it now. And yeah, we're going to pick up the fighting spear. I'm going to make a couple little executive decisions here. Bluebell was always supposed to be a spear, bro. So there we go. That's cool for him. Let's give him a better helmet too. Nice. Now he's looking sick. I love the fighting spears. I'm so spear biased in every fantasy game I play. But that might be one of my favorite weapons, and I get unbelievably hyped whenever I find a legendary fighting spear variant. That's always one of my favorite things. Now, who gets the full helm, man? There's something to be said for giving it to Aracel and just having him be an absolute, like, tier 3, you could call it, monster. He's got high tier sellswords armor. He's got the full helm, which is about as high as it gets before you start getting into unique stuff. It's very heavy, though. And then he's got a two-handed scimitar. So we could just completely gear him out. The thing is, he just needs probably a few more levels. He could use a few levels. Reach advantage, perhaps. Lone wolf. Excuse me. A little random cola burp. Gross. Maybe lone wolf. Maybe reach advantage. His melee skill is not huge. Not huge at all. And if we make him a lone wolf, it doesn't make sense to also give him backstabber. But you know, our formation would look something more like this. You know, with a lone wolf jumping out on the sides. Kind of the same deal if we do the same thing with Lucian. But backstabber lone wolf doesn't make tons of sense. But I'm happy with those two pickups. I thought those were great. Now's the time, man. We got to spend money. We got to spend money, make money. That helmet that we just took off of Aracel is a 200. It's a pretty nice helmet, too. I think we could give that to, perhaps, Grump. That's a good upgrade for him, and it also isn't that heavy, so it's not going to mess with his fatigue that much. And then we can just pass on this nasal helmet to Rashid. Cool. And if we have some free inventory space, we should probably do that. Okay, guys. This might be the build for a hot second. But thank y'all so much for watching. My name is Brett. Channel's Good Talk Gaming. And as always, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.